Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. Well, from today we will start a new series on videos on an inquiry into what is Brahman. This will be based on the way it is discussed in the 10 major Upanishads, for which Adi Shankaracharya has written a bhashya. So our discussion will be mainly about the definition of Brahman that we find in each of these Upanishads. However, before we embark upon each Upanishad to understand what is Brahman, this is part of our ongoing discussion on Foundations of Dharma, where we are discussing about God, and the formless God is Brahman. During that discussion, this understanding from the Upanishads will help us, along with a discussion of what Sri Ramakrishna is talking about in the Gospel about Brahman. Now, about Upanishads, we should know that the Upanishads, the 10 Upanishads that we are going to take up, I will just now mention. Before that, let us understand what the word Upanishad means. In the Upanishads, the word Upanishad. Upa means that is something which is near. Samipam we say in Sanskritam. And ni is one other part. Upa, ni, which is a upasarga or the prefix. And the dhatu or the verbal root is sad. And it is used in the sense of Visharana Gatya Avasadaneshu, which means Visharana means to destroy the seeds of avidya. Gati is used in the sense of knowing or obtaining Brahma Vidya. And Avasadanam means to loosen or dissolve the bondages of samsara. That means Upanishad means sitting near a guru and trying to get over or remove the avidya about the nature of oneself, which the Upanishads will tell us that the real self or the intrinsic nature of each jiva is Brahman. So, sitting near a guru, one is supposed to learn it from the mouth of the guru, which is called Shravana. Now, this is what the word Upanishad means. We know there are the major 10 Upanishads coming from different Vedas. We know there are 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharva Veda. Each of them have their own Upanishads. We had also mentioned that Upanishads are part of the Jnana Kanda. We have the Karma Kanda and the Jnana Kanda. Part of Karma Kanda is seen in the first 2 parts of every Veda, which is called Samhita and Brahmana, where the rituals are explained. Then the Jnana Kanda, or the last 2 portions of every Veda, deal with Aranyaka, meant for the Vanaprastha Ashrama people, and the Upanishads, which are coming at the end of every Veda, therefore called Vedanta. So we understand Vedanta from the Upanishads. Adi Shankaracharya has written his commentary, or which is called the Bhashya, for these 10 major Upanishads. So we are also going to only look into these 10 Upanishads, which are Ishavasya Upanishad, belonging to the Shukla Yajurveda; Kena Upanishad, belonging to Samaveda, Katha Upanishad belonging to Krishna Yajurveda, Taittiriya Upanishad also belonging to the Krishna Yajurveda, Mundaka Upanishad belonging to Atharva Veda, and Prashna Upanishad also belonging to Atharva Veda, Mandukya Upanishad also belonging to Atharva Veda. So we have 3 Upanishads belonging to Atharva Veda. Then Aittiriya Upanishad, which belongs to Rig Veda. Chandogya Upanishad belongs to Samaveda. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, like Ishavasya Upanishad, depends is to be found in the Shukla Yajurveda. Now, there are 4 Mahavakyas. We had talked about it also before. One is Aham Brahmasmi. This is in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad belonging to Shukla Yajurveda. Then Tattvamasi, thou art that. Aham Brahmasmi means I am Brahman. That is in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad belonging to Shukla Yajurveda. Tattvamasi is another Mahavakya, thou art that, which belongs to, which comes in the Chandogya Upanishad belonging to the Samaveda. Then we have the third Mahavakya, I am Atma Brahma. It comes in, that is, this Atma, pointing to one's own self. This Atma within is Brahman. And that is found in Mandukya Upanishad belonging to the Atharva Veda. Finally, we have Prajnanam Brahman as another Mahavakya, the fourth Mahavakya, which means knowledge is Brahman, Prajnanam. And this is found in Aittiriya Upanishad, which belongs to Rig Veda. So this is in brief what we find in how we find these Mahavakyas, how these Upanishads are placed at the end of every Veda, and that they belong to different Upanishads belong to different Vedas, and the Mahavakyas which are coming in each of the Vedas coming in which Upanishad. These are the things that we have discussed in this session. Now we will take up one by one Upanishad in our next video onward, and discuss or just take up that particular mantra or few mantras which tell us what is Brahman and in what context, who said it to whom, and then we will see that in each Upanishad, normally you will have the first portion on Upasanas. And every Upanishad also talks about the Omkara Upasana in different language. In Chandogya Upanishad, it's called Udgita, and different upasanas other than these are also mentioned in most of the Upanishads. But Omkara becomes a very important upasana. Upasana or meditation. I don't want to use the word meditation. Upasana means concentrating on our mind on one particular symbol. Or it could be Arishta Devata, but when it is without form, or the form is only in terms of Omkara. Then every Upanishad will have this portion on Brahman. What is Brahman? It might come as a story, or who is narrating, or who is raising the question, and how the answer is given. Then we will have how to realize Brahman, the sadhana part. Every Upanishad has all these aspects. So we are only going to look at the definition of Brahman in each of the Upanishad and the Shankara Bhashya, how Shankaracharya explains this to us. So in the next video, we'll start with the definition of Upanishad that we find in one mantra of Ishavasya Upanishad, which belongs to the Shukla Yajurveda. Today's session we will conclude at this point. Kayena vacha manasendriyedva buddhyatmana va prakritet swabhavat karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai Narayanayeti samarpayami. Hari Om Tat Sat.